Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. Today is the day I announced my book. I announced it a few hours ago and I'm just buzzing from the response. 10 minutes until my announcement, I feel like I'm starting school today. I'm terrified, I feel sick. Oh my god, I just tweeted my it's coming in 10 minutes tweet. I'm really panicking. It's 9:29, it's 9:29. Oh my god, it's 9:30, it's 9:30. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, there's loads of tweets coming in. What an amazing response. I've just sat here reading comments. It's now almost 10, thank you so much. I'm not gonna go on for too long because this video is so long, but basically I've been vlogging the whole experience. I thought, you know, I'm always really honest with you guys and I thought that you would find it really interesting to know from my experience, the process of writing a book from beginning to, well, now. By this point, I have finished writing the book, but I haven't got the printed version or anything like that. So I vlogged the whole experience. I thought you guys would like to watch this, and that's what this video is gonna be. So the next clip you're gonna see is me back a long time ago, and it's a bit confusing because I'm talking about a different book, but you will see why. So that's what this video is gonna be, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for your incredible response and support on my launch last week. It will be for you guys. Thank you to anyone who's pre-ordered the book. I know I don't usually pre-order books. I always think when someone announces a book, I'm like, I'm just gonna get it when it comes out, but I didn't realize until doing this, the reason why people always want to pre-order, because it actually really helps for many reasons. It kind of helps towards the first week when the book comes out. It helps in terms of where the book charts. It also helps push the book and make it kind of recommended to more people on places like Amazon and Smith's and Waterstones. When you pre-order, it tends to arrive on the day of release, so rather than ordering it when it comes out and then having to wait a week. So if you'd like to pre-order the book, that would massively help me. I'm gonna put links below to WHSmith, have some signed copies if they're still available. That's just UK only. Amazon will ship internationally, and I'm not sure about Waterstones, it might be UK only, but Amazon will definitely ship internationally. So I'll put those links in the description box if you'd like to order your copy of The F Word. It's so weird to be talking about it, but this video is a diary of my whole process. It's an emotional roller coaster, just to warn you. And from now on, I can just vlog normally when I'm doing book related stuff, which is a massive relief for me. Thank you for all your support. I really, really appreciate it. And the next clip is me a long time ago. Hi everyone, this is a little blast from the past because today it's actually the 19th of July, 2017. I think by now you guys should have heard about my new book. I've announced a book, which right now really feels like quite a crazy thought because I haven't even started writing the book. I wanted to kind of try and vlog the whole process if I can and talk to you guys as much as I can about what it's like to write a book from my perspective. So I've only just now decided to start this vlog, but the whole journey of writing a book started quite a while ago for me, maybe about a year ago. Initially I had this idea. It was an idea that I just wanted it to be a thing, and I didn't really care if I did it or someone else did it. I just really wanted to kind of read it as a viewer. The idea at the time was to interview a range of different women in all different types of careers. I really felt quite passionate about there being something out there for young people who don't know about all the different jobs there are available, who feel a bit restricted at school like I did, and I thought it'd be really great to have a book that was along those lines. It's a lot more detailed, but I won't get into that now. So I actually worked for, I can't really remember all the dates, but maybe about 6 months on a proposal. The whole book writing thing is very different depending on who you are. Some people will spend 4 years writing a book, they'll have a finished book, and then they'll take it to a publisher to see if they can get it published. I'm very aware that I'm in such a lucky position because of you guys, because I have my business and a following. It doesn't exactly work that way for me, and I definitely have had times of guilt. Don't get me wrong, I have moments of guilt all the time, just thinking I'm so lucky. I actually know people, friends of mine, who have been writing books for years, who might not even get it published. So I'm well aware of how lucky I am, but I also did work really hard for 7 years to build up kind of my following and my branding and stuff online. So yeah, I am lucky. So it worked a little bit different for me. I worked on a proposal. A proposal is kind of where you write an intro and a snippet of what the book will be like, and you come up with some chapter ideas. And then I went along with Abby, who is a literary agent that works for Glee, my management. We went to all the different publishers and we took them my idea. I think by that point, kind of 6 months on, you know, I'd interviewed about 3 or 4 women. I'd come up with some different profile ideas, And I was definitely feeling a little bit doubtful. I still really felt passionate about the idea, but I just didn't feel like I was the right person to do that. I didn't feel like I'd had maybe enough career experience, or I just had all these different doubts, and I found it quite difficult to write about the topic. Still loved the idea, just wasn't sure it was like me who should be doing it. And I think when we went to the publishers, that kind of came across as well. There were lots of complicated chats on like whether this could be like a full colour book or a black and white book, and the behind the scenes stuff in the book industry is mad. I had no idea how complicated it was. I think it was the third person that we'd seen where I was discussing the book idea, and she was quite into it. We were talking about different ways it could be done. But then she said, I've got a bit of a rogue idea. This is a book that I just think really needs to be done. I haven't found the right person to kind of get behind it. Let me know what you think. And she actually pitched the idea to me for my book. She said, I think it would be great if there was a book about female friendships. And it was a bit of a light bulb moment. I was a bit like, oh my God, why hadn't I thought of that? And immediately we all launched, there was like 4 of us in this meeting, we all launched into like an hour brainstorm of all the different things I'd want to talk about. You could see I felt so passionate about the topic. I was like, that is one thing I feel like I am an expert in. You guys know me so well for having like all my friends and my videos and stuff, and I just feel like there's so much I want to talk about. I got so excited about the idea. I went home, I felt like massive guilt over the fact that I hadn't come up with the idea. I was like, oh my God, but this isn't my idea. Looked into it more, realised that is so common in the book world for an idea to be pitched to the author, and then they kind of run with it. So I felt better about that. And I just got really excited about writing like topic ideas, chapter ideas, and yeah, you could just see I was so passionate about it. So we left the other idea to the side, which was sad because I'd worked on it for so long, but I've seen other similar books come out since, so I feel better about that. And it's always content, you know, with our podcast, I feel like I've done a similar thing with that. I'm still very, very interested in women, careers, and kind of opening up the eyes of younger people to what jobs are out there. But I really, really loved the idea for this female friendship book. So I then went and spent, actually I had to do it pretty quickly. I probably spent about a month and a half working on a brand new proposal. So that other proposal I worked on, I had to kind of put it in the bin and start a brand new one. So I wrote an intro, and then I wrote topics, like all the different topics and chapters I'd want to do. So by this point there was no input from the editor who'd given me the idea. She literally had just said a book about female friendships, and I kind of went with it and wrote all the different things I'd want to talk about, and I wrote like a paragraph each chapter to say, in this chapter I'm going to talk about this. And then also in the proposal you like write a little bit of a bio about yourself and stuff, and then it's up to her. So this is Bryony from Hodder. She had to then take it to her bosses and kind of see what they think and financially work out if it's kind of doable. It took a little while, but then it came back and I got a book deal. I got a book offer, which was just mad. It all happened so quickly towards the end after talking about it for so long. Then I'm kind of here, that was like a few months ago. I've got a book deal. I have 3 months to write a book. You're probably watching this video in November, which I have to hand in this book on like the 1st of November, and then I think that's when we're announcing it. And it's crazy. It's a bit of an emotional roller coaster. I go through moments of having like massive self-doubt, thinking like, who am I to think that I can write a book? You know, I make videos, am I even a good writer? And then I'll like write some stuff and be like, this is so boring. This is like, I'm just writing a dictionary or something. And then I have moments, normally when I'm like talking to my friends about it, where I'm like, oh my God, I'm so passionate about this topic. Or like, I'll read my old diaries and be like, oh my God, I love, this is so fitting for my personality. I've always cared so much about this topic. I think it's just because I'm at the beginning of the process, it's really hard to start with like a blank page. So I don't really know how the whole process is gonna go. I've done this little trick behind me on the wall where I've like stuck post-it notes on the wall with like lots of different ideas so I can refer to every now and again. I'm trying to find like an office space that I can work from because I find it so hard to concentrate on like writing when I'm at home. I pretty much have to send like 10,000 words a week to my editor. I don't know how I'm gonna write 10,000 words a week, but I just have to get started and see where it goes and hope that it turns into something great. So I'll try and vlog this process and check in every now and again. But at the moment, I'm right at the beginning. I've written 2,000 words. I have no idea if it's good or not, but I really love what this book is about. It's gonna be hopefully a really positive book. I've got so many stories to share and so many topics that I think a lot of you will relate to. I'm excited by the fact that it's quite different, I think, for like a YouTuber book, but that also terrifies me because I feel like you guys on YouTube are used to me doing like different things, but it's quite different, I think. Anyway, let's see where it goes. I hope that I was allowed to share all of those things. I haven't even asked if I am, but tomorrow morning, we've got our first meeting about the cover and the title, which again blows my mind because I've hardly started writing the thing and we're already talking about covers and titles, but everything moves so fast you kind of have to. I don't think we're going to come up with like a final title, maybe just a holding title, but I'm going to kind of tell them what covers I like and what covers I don't like. Yeah, I think coming up with a title is going to be really, really hard because I'm very fussy when it comes to things like that. So we will see. I'm excited and nervous for that meeting. Everything I'm doing with this whole book is excited and nervous, and I find it quite hard that I haven't been able to tell you guys what I'm doing. So I feel like my videos haven't been great recently and I can't really tell you why. But I hope that you understand now. Right, it's Thursday the 20th of July today and I'm in a very quiet Waterstones in Piccadilly Circus. Today I'm meeting Georgia, who's my manager, Abby, who is my literary agent at Gleam, and Bryony, who's my editor at Hodder. And I think the aim of the meeting today is to look around at different book covers, talk about things I like and don't like, maybe talk a little bit about the title for the book. As I said in the last clip, I think this is kind of crazy because I'm right at the beginning of writing the book. So it all feels very early days to be talking about title and covers, but it's quite a quick turnaround, so we need to start like getting some ideas in place. So it's nice to be in such an amazing bookshop. Waterstones Piccadilly is huge and it's beautiful, and it's only 9:30 in the morning, so it's really quiet. Just got myself a little cup of tea at the cafe and waiting for everyone else to turn up, and I'm excited. I love this part. I love like creative-y sort of meetings, and we've never really done anything like this yet, so really looking forward to it. So the meeting this morning went really well. We were in Waterstones Piccadilly. We sat down and we had a little chat and a catch up, and then we were talking about covers, and Bryony, my editor, said, don't worry, it's gonna be really chilled. We're gonna walk around the store and just talk about things you like and don't like. And I actually did a little bit of homework. She was very impressed. I was impressed with myself because I never actually did homework when I was meant to do homework, but I printed out a couple of pages on things that caught my eye and that I liked and didn't like, and actually it was quite helpful because once I collated everything on a page, there was a clear theme on the sort of typography and photos and stuff that I like. So I think even from that, she got quite a clear idea of what I like and don't like, and then we walked around the store and we just picked up a few books here and there and said like, oh, I don't like it when the text is like a little bit 3D. And she was like, oh, that's good to know. And I said, oh, I really like it when there's like a block of colour around the edge, all different like things really. It was also quite helpful in terms of thinking of a name and a title and things like that really. I think for now we're gonna call it the F word. My plan for Friday is to come up with like a skeleton of the book. So put in order like the chapter ideas I have, so I have more of a skeleton to work from, because at the moment I'm just like going on nothing. So it'll be quite good when I have like chapter ideas to work towards. And then I will update you guys next time something happens. But for now I just need to get writing really. It is the 18th of August and it's Friday night. And I'm sitting at my desk writing, so I thought it was about time I gave you guys a bit of an update because it's been a little while, I think. I can't even remember now what I've said and what I haven't said, but by now I've basically handed in my first 10,000 words. I think I told you guys that we're going to try and do it like in 10,000 batches because that's meant to be less intimidating, although 10,000 words still feels like a lot. So the first 10,000 I sent to Abby, who's my literary agent, and I wasn't really sure what the feedback process like would be, whether she would like rewrite things or just like write little notes. I didn't really know what to expect. So I sent her, well, I think it was 8,000. I couldn't quite get to 10. I was just like, this is so hard, like without any feedback and stuff. Sent her that, and basically how it works is she kind of would read it and then put, this is a really interesting point, why don't you elaborate on this here? And just give me like little bits of encouragement, or be like, this section's really nice, but I think it's better if you put it after this section. So that was really fun. It was really interesting having like my first batch of feedback, and now I'm working on the second 10,000 words. It's weird because I just have no idea, like I had no idea how fast or slow I would be at writing. I've obviously never done anything this big before by myself. And I probably am a little bit on the slow side. Sometimes I feel like I'll sit here and write loads and then it would just be like 400 words and I'm like, how does that even make sense? I'm now on almost 3,000, so I need to get this up to 10,000, but I also want to make sure that what I'm writing is good, obviously. I've put loads of post-it notes on my wall to like guide me on different chapters and different ideas that I think of. I'm trying to chat to friends and people whenever I can. And some days I'll write better than other days. I definitely work better in the evening, which is why I'm sitting here on a Friday night. And I have moments of panic where I feel like I'm not really good enough. And then I have moments thinking, oh my God, I love this idea. I can't wait to share it with everyone. So it's a bit of an emotional roller coaster, but I'm gonna keep going with it. And I still feel like there's so much to say, which is good. I think we're kind of working on doing half the amount, like half the book before we send it to the editor, who I don't really know what happens then, but that's kind of what I'm working towards now. I'm trying to not think too far ahead because I get really intimidated, so I'm just doing it like a section at a time. I think that's all for my update today. Hi everyone, today is actually the 10th of October and I haven't updated you for over a month. I am very, very sorry about that, but so much has changed since I last updated you on the book. September was probably my busiest month that I've ever had in my whole career. I don't know why, but sometimes everything just happens at the same time, and I had a lot of jobs and a lot of different things going on, and it was a crazy, crazy month. So throughout that month, I was continuing my writing and trying to keep up with these deadlines I had. I'm gonna be honest, I had like a mini breakdown. It did get to the point where I was kind of staring at the screen, not able to write anything, and just kind of breaking down into tears in front of people. I was in the Gleam office with Tanya Burr and just cried, and I was not in a good place, and I think you guys also sensed that online. I actually decided to take a little bit of an internet break this month in October for many reasons, and I'm sure by now you would have seen a video of me explaining why. But there's a lot going on right now, and I was just so behind with this book, and I really, really want to do it, and I want to do it well, and I want to make it a priority. And when I'm uploading regularly and doing videos and Instagram and Twitter, it kind of takes over, and it's hard to do a bit of that. So I just wanted to see what it's like to do none of that and just focus on the book, just for this month. A month is quite a long time in the internet world, but really it's not that long in terms of like deadline. So it's the 10th, I've just had over a week of like no internet and just writing, and my speed of writing has definitely improved. I had a meeting yesterday with Bryony, my editor. It's only the second time that I've had a meeting with her really, and it was so successful. She'd read the like first 20,000 words I've written, and she was so happy with it and really impressed, which was like a real confidence boost for me, because up until that point I just had no idea if I was doing anything right. I know there's no like right or wrong because it's my book, but as I've said before, I've never done this before, so I like work really well when I get a bit of encouragement. So that was really good, and then I've like smashed out another 10,000 words and sent that off today. So I've still got a long way to go. I'm kind of halfway there, and the deadline is looming. My deadline is November 6th. I have no idea if I'm gonna reach that, but we're gonna deal with that problem when we get to it. For now, I'm just gonna spend this entire month focusing on writing and just trying my hardest to hit that deadline. The writing process has been so interesting. There's been moments where I'm just like, oh, I just don't know what to write, or some days where I feel like I haven't got it in me, and then other days where I'll just be flying and I'll love it and I'll be so passionate about writing about that specific topic. And I think it comes across in my writing as well. So at some point I'm going to kind of go back to what I've written and just add to that. I'm so used to like short form media, if that's what it's called, you know, like blog posts and tweets and Instagram captions that are quite short. I did a dissertation at uni, but that's the last time I've written something this long. So it's just getting used to the habit of kind of elaborating really. But I'm feeling really positive about it now, and as you can hear, I'm like getting over a cold. I've been ill for weeks. I need to start thinking about how I'm going to announce this book and tell you guys. I really don't want to just kind of put it on Instagram or Twitter. I want to do something cool because I think it deserves it. So that's something I'm trying to start thinking about, and like the logistics of planning a video like that. I'm definitely going to get someone to help me because I have to write. I'm quite nervous for November when everything else will start up again, videos, social media and everything else, because in September, I did not do well at trying to do everything, but I'm just gonna focus on this month for now. In terms of the title, we're still going with the F word, and I'm definitely growing to love it. I didn't ever not love it, but I just wanted to make sure that we had options, and to be honest, I can't think of anything else, and I think it kind of works. It works in like a female friendship way, but also it's like a bit like the F word. It's like how friendship's a bit of a taboo subject that we don't talk about enough. The more people, I keep like telling my friends about it to see their reactions. So that's what I'm doing at the moment. I'm like seeding it out, getting like a feel for people's reactions to it. The hardest thing about any project is naming it. It's the worst. So yeah, I'm feeling good, enjoying my writing, and just wanted to update you guys. Sorry there were no updates in September, but I was an actual mess of a person. There was so much traveling in September as well. Oh my God, never again. Hi everyone, today is the 17th of October. I'm halfway through my month of not uploading anything to the internet. And yeah, thank you all for being very patient. You're sending me some nice messages, but my head, it feels so clear. I'm so glad I've done it because I definitely feel like I'm in a better like writing space at the moment. I'm still working through all the edits that my editor Bryony has given me, but I'm actually going today to meet her so we can brainstorm some new topics, kind of start putting things in a better order. And I've just got lots of questions and stuff for her as well. This week has felt very much like a therapy session. Like I didn't realize how much detail I'd have to go into. I mean, that seems obvious, but it's just not something you think about before. And I guess I can't really talk about my experiences without really talking in detail about the experience itself, which means that I'm talking about my friends in quite a lot of detail. So I'm having to, first of all, check that they're happy with me to share these stories and then ask them loads of questions about it. So say a friend went through like a really hard time, I've been interviewing that friend and talking to them about it, which is quite like mentally exhausting to like hear people's problems and issues and then put it into my own words, and it's definitely quite like mentally tiring, which I didn't expect at all in this process, but I'm really enjoying it right now. I'm enjoying like going in and adding more detail rather than just like working from a blank space. So I'm going to meet Bryony today. We've got like a 2-hour meeting. We're going to do lots of brainstorming and I've got questions and stuff for her, and then yeah, I'm just going to get on with it for the rest of the week and next week. Today is the 25th of October, so I'm near the end of my month of no internet, so I'm very out of practice when it comes to vlogging, but I wanted to bring you guys along today because I'm actually leaving my flat for the first time in a while. I have a meeting at Hodder, my editor. I'm going to meet Bryony first and we're going to go through some notes because feedback so far has mainly just been like elaborate here, and a couple of them I just feel a bit stuck and I'm not really sure how to elaborate, so we're going to meet up and do a little brainstorm. And then I've got a meeting with the marketing team at Hodder. I haven't met anyone from the marketing team. I'm very nervous because I feel like a bit of a control freak when it comes to marketing. It's kind of what I love and what I specialize in. And when it comes to like reaching out to bloggers and asking people to read my book, I feel like I'm gonna have a lot to say about it. And I don't know if it's in this meeting, but we might be looking at some like first sketches of the cover, which I'm also terrified for. I'm excited, but I kind of wish I knew exactly what I wanted because then I feel like it would be easier, but I just know what I don't like and I'm not sure what I do like. I gave them like a whole mood board of colours and other book covers that I like, but we're gonna have to just see what they come up with and how we can kind of make it work so we all like it. So I'm gonna head to Embankment now by the Thames. That's where Hodder are based. And yeah, writing is going well. I'm really in the flow of things. I'm really enjoying it. I feel like it's really good, but it's also just also scary. I feel scared every day. A bit of both, so there'll be a ton of ideas, basically. It's actually the next day now. Sorry, I forgot to vlog when I got home from the meeting, but it was really good. I met up with Bryony, my editor, and we talked through any questions I had. We also tried to come up with like a strap line for the book, which is so hard. I'm really bad at like catchy things like that. I've told Anna to get her thinking cap on because she's so good. And then we had a meeting with the PR and marketing teams. They were all really, really lovely. There's so much more to it than I thought. Like I was thinking about just kind of reaching out to press and journalists and bloggers and stuff, but they've obviously got to do PR for retailers and booksellers and stuff as well. So it's like really complicated, but I had some ideas I put to them and they kind of put some ideas to me and we just started talking about it. But they haven't read the book yet. So I feel like once they do, they'll understand it even more. Oh, I've got a really twitchy eye. I think that means I'm tired. Okay, I'll get back to you soon with another update. Today is the 27th of October, it's a Friday, and I started to look at the footage from this video yesterday for the first time since I started, and I realised there were a few gaps along the way, especially from September to the end of October. I didn't really explain kind of how I got out of my writing rut. To be honest, I'm not really sure if I even remember, but I'm in such a good place now, and I feel like I didn't mention that in the video, that I kind of was at 20,000 words And then before I knew it, I was at like 45,000, and that second 20, 30,000 was so much easier to write. I really got into the flow of things and just really started to enjoy it, which is so good. And now I'm on 55,000 and I'm kind of coming to the end. I'm finishing up like the edits that Bryony, my editor, gave me, and starting to think about an outro, which I think is going to be really hard because the intro was really difficult. I needed Abby, my literary agent, she helped me quite a lot with the intro. So I feel like I might need help with the outro, because I feel like those are the two places. Like, I feel like trying to sum up this whole book in an outro is going to be quite hard. I've really actually enjoyed the past kind of few weeks. I've definitely been in the swing of things, which is great. So yesterday I got sent the first ideas for the cover. And you guys saw earlier in the video that we went to Waterstones together to look at different covers, and I sent them like a mood board of things that I like. So they have like an in-house designer, and basically they sent me an email with 4 different options. And I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if it was going to be exactly what I wanted or not at all what I wanted. I guess it was somewhere in between. There were 4 options, and I kind of went through and said what I liked and what I didn't like. There were some that had like Polaroid pictures on them, which I wasn't really a fan of that, and then some which I didn't like the font. Some of them I thought like didn't look like what the book was about. It's actually really hard because friendship, a lot of things that are associated with friendship are quite young. I didn't want it to be childish because it's not a childish book. It's about modern grown-up female friendships. So it's really hard to think of things that remind me of my female friendships. So they sent over a few options. I didn't love any of them. There were some parts of them that I liked, but it actually really inspired me to start thinking about what I really do want for the cover. And I don't know if I was meant to do this or not. I think I meant to leave it to the professionals, but I spent the whole night kind of drawing my own idea of how I see the cover looking. I kind of want to speed it up just because I really want to have a cover to show people in my announcement video. I think that's very unrealistic, but I don't know, we'll see. And that's all I've got to update you on. Look how happy I am. I am a changed woman. Today is the 6th of November and it's deadline day. When we originally set this date as my deadline, it felt kind of so far away, and I couldn't ever imagine being at the point where I'd actually have a written book that I could send to someone, and that's today. And yeah, I've finished it. I've written an ending and I've read through it and I've changed things, and I sent it off to my editor this morning, and she replied and she was like, I'm so excited, I can't believe you got here, well done, congratulations. Rich sent me balloons, look, Rich sent me balloons. So it really feels like I've achieved something today. I've written a book and I've sent it in. It's madness. I don't even really know what happens from here on out. I think my editor has it for 2 weeks. She's gonna edit it, like make sure there's no repetition and maybe change the order of things, and then she's gonna send it back to me to check and kind of add more and change. I've got it for 2 weeks, and then after that, I don't know. I reckon like a copywriter will look at it, someone from legal, to make sure like I haven't done anything illegal in it. I don't even know, but I can't believe I've like reached the finish line. It is madness. I've written a book. What the hell? From having my like breakdown to now feels like a blip. Like I don't even remember what's happened. It's crazy. It's crazy. Today is the 8th of December and I met up with Jacob, who is helping me film my announcement video, purely because I'm not good enough to be in it and direct it and do everything, and I haven't really got any time to actually do the video. So I got him on board. I never really have other people do my videos for me, but I'm really excited about it because it's something different and special. And we sat together today and recorded a voiceover because I've basically written out a little script that will make it like a trailer video. Hopefully by now you guys would have seen it, so you'll know what I'm talking about. But he came over, helped me record the voiceover, and then we planned out the scenes that we need to film, and we're going to be filming tomorrow and Saturday, and then maybe a bit next week if we need to. And I'm really excited. I don't know how much of the process I'm going to show because this video is going to be mega long, but oh my god, it's starting to feel real. The fact that I actually have to announce it and tell people about it, terrifying. My heart is like beating like crazy. Today is the 9th of November and we're going to be filming my announcement video. I'm really excited. Okay, I'm here with Anna there, hello, and Jacob's there setting up. And we're going to be filming some shots. I think we're going to film me and Anna on the sofa pretending to film a video, which we actually haven't done. Ow, I just hit my head. Which we actually haven't done in ages, like this, like a proper video. No, but it's going to look good.
I just can't believe these guys are now in on the secret.
I know.
You guys know.
But right now they don't know.
I know. But it's so cool that now you know that we know that you know. Everyone knows.
That's like the Friends episode. Today is the 21st of November. I announced my book this Sunday. I can't believe it. I'm so terrified. I've realised I really need to learn how to like describe the book because I've been keeping it to myself for so long and like not really talking to anyone about it. I'm starting to talk to people about it and realise that I really need to like describe it well because I get a bit like panicky when I have to talk about it. So I'm going to try practice that this week before everyone knows about it on Sunday. But today I'm going back to Hodder. We've got a meeting for quite a few things. We're going to talk about the cover. So I sent back my suggestions, I showed you guys, and then they sent back some more changes. And I really like them, but now we're discussing how to make the cover reflect what's inside. It's really hard actually. I kind of knew it would be hard, but yeah, it's really hard. So we're gonna have a half-an-hour meeting about the cover, and then I've got a meeting, just me and Bryony, my editor, to go through her notes. Obviously I handed in my book 2 weeks ago, so that's what we're doing today. This is Carmelite House, and it's the building I've been spending a lot of time in the last few months. So today's meeting was really successful. I just got back from Richard's birthday dinner. We talked about everything from which retailers want me to sign some of the books to just kind of talking about the timeline of what's going to happen from now until March. I'm going to get my best friend Hannah to read through it, which I just thought would be really nice. One, because I want her to check, you know, if she thinks anything's missing. I don't know, I really want to get her approval. So I'm going to send that to her to read through. And yeah, I'm announcing this Sunday. I am terrified. I'm so excited, but I'm really, really terrified. This is the biggest thing I've ever announced, ever. Like, podcast is probably the second biggest, but I was doing that with Anna. So we kind of went through every emotion together, which this is like pretty much feels like it's just me. I'm very scared, very excited. I can't really figure out what my emotions are. I can't believe next week I'm going to be able to talk about it openly. I feel like it's been such a secret for so long. I haven't even hinted about it. I feel like I'm worried I'm going to forget to talk about it. So I feel like I might wrap this video up because I'm sure it's been very long, and after you see this video I can go back to normal vlogging and talk about it as things happen. You know, I'm going to go to the printers and see my book being printed. I'm going to sign some copies apparently. I'm gonna show you the cover when that's done. I'll just take you along. Let me know if you want me to. Let me know if you've enjoyed this video and hearing about all the little steps and the process involved with writing and creating a book. It's been an absolute roller coaster so far. I can't believe I'm like even at this point. I feel like 3 months ago it was a very different story, and I'm very proud of myself that I've managed to write a book. I can't believe it. Just saying that, it's crazy. I don't even know what there is left to say, but the announcement video hasn't gone up yet at this point, so I'm not going to say thank you for all your comments, but I'm sure you're all very supportive, and I can't wait to bring you all along on this journey. I can't wait for the book to actually come out in March. And that is all for this very, very long rambly video. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.